go.
Hey, it is Thursday.
It's Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's on your
Welcome
mind
back.
today?
Huh?
What
Well,
is
I went on
on
to
your
say
mind?
welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Relationships with Tisa.
And Grant.
Yeah, so we are going, it's August. Man, the summer has gone by fast and the kids are back in school. So,
Mhm,
summer's officially over for most of us, for parents and for kids.
mhm. Hate to hear
So,
that.
we're going to talk about a reset, right? So, remember way back in January when you set your New Year's resolutions?
I vaguely remember that conversation, yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is since it's August, it's officially halfway through the year, right? God, the
Yeah.
year's almost
It's
over,
more than
right?
halfway through the year. We are getting into
Yeah.
the third quarter for sure.
So what we're doing is it's not a day for shaming. It's kind of reminding us of what we didn't get done, but just to kind of remind ourselves what we set for January. That was the beginning. Remember, everybody's had their resolutions. They're gonna lose 20 pounds. They're gonna go to the gym. They're gonna start Tai Chi. They're gonna do this and that. We just want to check in. So we're going to do a mid-year check-in. Just going to check in, see where you are, and see where we can get you set for the fall. No
Okay,
shame, no blame.
I got
But
it.
what promises did you make in January? Any resolutions?
Well, the big resolution I made, I said I was going to get my business ramped up here in Omaha, and that has happened. I'm very happy about that.
Good.
There were some things like you mentioned Tai Chi. I started it, but I didn't continuously do it. So kind of fell on that part. But I did make it up with walking. I'm walking where I'm at the Enterprise Center. I'm walking around the building 3 times a day, every day, just to get my mojo and to make sure my
Hmm.
fluids are moving and just getting some exercise in. You can't sit around all day without having some kind of movement. So those are some things that I did.
Yeah, especially what you do like you do. You're in the office most of the time. You're sitting at that desk. Um, and so yeah, you have to get. And so if you have a job like that, most people do. A lot of people have desk jobs. Get on up and move in between. That's a good tip. If you can't get up during the day, you can't do it during your lunch. Some people work through their lunch. Take 10 minutes and get up and walk around the building. Is that what you do? Walk around the building?
Yeah, well, take advantage of this weather, right?
Yeah, take
We're gonna
advantage of
have
the weather
we've
and
got some
wherever you're
heat.
at, right? If you're at school parking
Yeah,
lots, or we got
yeah.
tracks on the outside of the schools, take advantage of where you're at and whatever you got at your availability. But just move. It doesn't really matter where or when.
Let's
Just get up
move.
and move. If you got to go up and down the stairs, if you're in a building a couple of times just to get your blood flowing, go up and down the stairs a lap or two. Walk the halls. I used to be at the state office
Mhm.
building. We could walk downtown, but then when it got hot, it was like, okay, we just gonna walk this building. And so it was enough up and down stairways at the state office building. We walked the building. So you see a lot of people moving within the building, just getting their steps. So
Love it.
that's a good thing. So we just want to, I think the same for me. I was real good under my Tai Chi and I did it for a good 30, 40, 60 days. And then when my app ran out, my like free prescription, I fell off. And so, and I'm so mad at myself because so we go walking at Memorial Parking Lot, and there's a sign right there at the church. Every time we pass it, and I tell Andre, take a picture of the sign, take a picture of the sign. I'm gonna call this lady. Guess what?
I
I
haven't
ain't
done
called
it.
and got in that class yet.
Mhm.
I mean, and we walk there like at least once a week, and once twice a week. So I
Still
fell off
good.
there.
Still good. Still good. You're doing
Yeah.
something. You're not doing nothing. You're doing something.
Not doing nothing. Still, could do better with my outside walk. But I'm an outdoor walk person. So I got to change my mindset because we're going into the fall months, and I didn't get out as much this year. We've had some crazy weather. Like it was
Hmm.
either too hot, or it was raining, or storming,
Right.
or the humidity was 100, so you would have passed out trying to walk. In. It was just nothing. Real ideal days. It wasn't a lot of ideal days for walking. Um, and so now I got to kind of pivot. I got to okay that's stopping me from doing it. So I have to get a different mindset on like walking when it's just super nice outside.
Yeah, you gotta find your temperature. Like for me, this is my temperature. I'm used to hot, humid type environments, so it's
Yeah.
not a big deal for me. But certain people, but right now, like this morning was 74 degrees. Why not get out and walk, enjoy yourself? It's not raining right now, but get some exercise because we know, as you were saying, we're going into our fall time period. It's going to get changed, and before you know it, it's going to be cold. So let's go ahead and get that in while we can.
Absolutely. So just a reset. I'm going to give you 5 concrete health habits that you can just do just to reset. And if you're already doing them, you can just increase what you're doing, right?
Okay.
So a 10-minute walk after 2 meals a day, right? So say walk after breakfast and walk after dinner. You don't have to walk at lunch or walk at dinner and then walk at whatever. 2 of those meals, take a 10-minute walk wherever you're at to walk it off. Basically, it's like walk that food off,
Walk it
right?
off.
Walk it off. So if you're eating, then you're walking. Eating, then you're walking, When it comes to food, this is how I help my son lose weight. I added instead of subtracted, right? So people always say, stop doing this, stop eating this. We got to stop eating that. We got to stop eating this. And what that does is set you up to fail. Starts always with baby steps. We've always talked about baby steps. Baby steps for a person who needs to change their diet is to add first and subtract later. So my son's a perfect example. He was a meat and potatoes. Every meal had to have French fries, a lot of bread, and meat. He loved his burgers and whatnot. So I started out with him. First of all, let's check your plate, right? Wasn't no color on his plate,
Color.
right? He always had French fries and a sandwich, French fries and pizza, French fries and chicken nuggets, So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, we know we got to keep the French fries in there, but how about we cut back on the amount? Right? He always had a half a plate of French fries and half a plate of pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So why don't we not take the fries out? We're going to cut back on that portion. And guess what we did with that other half of that portion? We added that color. So my son will eat spinach and other fruits and vegetables. So I said, you need to add some color. Make sure color's on this plate. So for him as an autistic adult, it ain't like, make sure you eat this, this, and this. It's, but I tell him color. I said, look at your plate. As soon as you fix it, where's the color? And if it look, I'm gonna get that edamame. I'm gonna eat a salad, And so he knows he's got to add, not just subtract, add something colorful to his place.
Nice.
So I didn't take anything. I cut back on the fries though. I mean, he'll eat a whole plate of fries, And so a lot of us are in that French fry mode. Let me tell you about French fries. I gave up French fries kind of about 5 years ago. I'll eat a French fry. I'll pick out a French fry, but if you take just French fries out of your diet, because French fries is not a vegetable, it's a starch, right? And so, or even cut back like I did for my son, you will be amazed of the weight loss you can lose just cutting back on French fries.
French fries, okay.
French fries and pop. French fries and pop. Because that's what get everybody. Everybody's used to having that combo with the French fries and that combo with the
that's a fast
pop.
food nightmare, right? You can't. How do you? That's what it is. That's what you're gonna get.
The fries and pop.
Yeah.
2 things you don't need.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
2 things you really don't need. So it's the American way. But if we can just kind of add that vegetable piece in, that's easy breezy, and you don't feel like you're like neglecting or not getting your fries in or whatever. And it just helps the transition, right? We talked about that pop water swap.
Yeah.
Easy breezy. Even if it's just one pop, if you're a 6-packer a day, if you can say, this time I ain't gonna grab a can of pop, I'm gonna do a bottle of water, start slowly changing it. Then maybe do 2 bottles of water and 4 cans of pop, whatever it is. Cause I know I was a pop drinker. You were a pop drinker.
Way back, a long
in
time
college,
ago.
I was a pop in college.
It was like in my formative years, high school,
My
college.
formative years.
As I got to be an adult, I really did start liking more water. I would grab water like in the morning. I'm gonna grab water. I just felt good, and I'll never forget. One of my best friend's father told me, he said, "In the morning when you wake up, always grab a cup of water, no matter what." Always, and I always remember that. This is back when I was 13. I said, but here I am now. I will grab water. I love the taste of water. I don't mind drinking water. And I do that and I don't even really have the taste for soda like that anymore. I do it every now and then, but I'd rather not.
Yeah. It's your palate changes when you get older a little bit too, right? You don't, and you start, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
Right. That's my old saying. When you know better, you do better. And so as we know that pop isn't good for you, and we start thinking about other drinks that you can drink that'll actually help your body, you start doing that. You start like drinking our Thai or chai teas in the mornings.
Yeah, you got
I
me
drink
into that
deep
chai latte. That's my
chai
new
latte. That's
vice.
my thing. Again, your chai, that chai tea is much better than a pop, than even
Mm,
coffee. Coffee
mhm.
gives you a lot of caffeine, but not a lot of other things that's good for you. So even easy switches. Just
Gotcha.
try it.
Yeah.
Try it. All of it is baby steps. Remember, we're always doing baby steps. We don't try to rush you guys into anything. We're trying to give you doable, um, practical tips that you can do when after you close and stop
Love it.
watching this, right?
Yep.
So another quick thing is just, we're always talking about moving. Move while you're watching TV. Do some
Mhm.
stretching. Get on the floor. The best thing an adult can do is learn to get back on the floor, because we need to learn to stretch those muscles where we did as a kid. You get in a posture and a way of walking as an adult. That's not good for your body. You need to start getting stretching and getting back on the floor. And also about getting on the floor is if you can get up, right? So a thing about
Yeah.
getting your body up and down, if you can get on the floor and get up without grabbing everything and
Keep the
everything,
balance. Yeah, you
it
bringing up
helps.
some
It
good
just helps
points.
you. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
training your body and it strengthens your body. It keeps your body enough strength in it to get you up, right? As we get old, sometimes our parents, they get the canes and the walkers. Remember the lift chairs? They get the lift chairs that pushes them up.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
mother had
yeah,
one. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so they can't even get up anymore. So one thing you can do for yourself is make sure you can still get up off the floor. So get
Mm,
out on the floor, do stretching. People forget to stretch when they get older. You get your bones get brittle and they tighten up, and so
mm.
and your ligaments tighten up. You ever see people as they get older, they start humping over?
Yeah, I do. Hmm.
Next thing you know, they're not walking upright anymore. Next thing they're looking at you like this little old lady, and you're just like, why are you laying over? They didn't stretch. They didn't keep that spine straight. You know what I'm saying? And just
Mm.
over time, you're gonna start you're losing, you're shrinking, so your body starts bending, your back starts
I
losing
didn't know that.
discs.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
information. Yeah.
Keep straight, and it'll help in the long run. All of our backs start getting discs and stuff that'll wear down and all that. That's just natural wear and tear on an old person's back. But this will also keep you upright longer,
Yeah.
upright longer. So
Well, just
practice your
straight it
posture.
out, and you won't be feeling so. How you get that crick in your back when you get up, or you just don't feel like it's just it's lethargic just to get up. It takes a lot of energy to get up, and then so when you sit down, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to get up.
Right,
But man, you
and
brought up a
sit up right
sit up
posture.
right and just I
Right
didn't
when
even
you're not
think
right now,
about
like
it.
we're now, you should be upright and sitting up. You shouldn't be slumping. You shouldn't be like
Yeah.
this. When you sit like that, get relaxed in those chairs. Next thing your back is curving. Next thing you know, you're not sitting up right, and your posture's fucked up,
No.
messed up.
And I can't remember the last time I actually was on the floor. You know what I mean? On the floor, either stretched
Yeah,
out or having to, get up off the
a
floor
floor.
itself. Like, I haven't done that too much. We always hear about, elderly people when they fall, it's a
They
big deal.
can't get up.
Yeah, I fall and I can't get up. Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's real.
Yeah,
That's real. So how about once a day, get out on the floor, stretch, and get up. That's
that's a
just
good one.
simple.
That's
Get
simple.
on all the way on the floor, stretch, because you can't
Stretch.
stretch. I mean, you can stretch in your chair and that kind of stuff, but the kind of stretching I'm talking about is really in your legs and in your thighs and all that
Hmm.
stuff that takes you to keep moving. And so when you get up, that takes your lower body strength, right? That takes your legs and your knees and your all of that. So when you get down to stretch, you're stretching those muscles that you need out, and then you're getting up and using them.
Okay.
That's just an easy breezy something to do when you're watching TV. Do it while you're watching TV. Since you watch TV, you're sitting anyway. Get your butt all the way on the floor.
Hey, it's football season, guys. When you're
Oh
sitting
my
there
God,
watching our games 3, 4, 5 hours at a time,
man,
you gotta
get on the
move.
flow. Get on the flow. Get
Get
on.
on the
I can't
floor.
even see it. I already know. Ain't no guys during the game gonna say, "All right, fellas, let's get on the floor, stretch it out."
Not, not
Not be like,
intentionally.
pass me another beer. Let me get up and go over
You
here,
put the
and
beer on the
I'll get
floor
it.
and make
No,
them get on the floor to get it. It might happen, but it could be. That
uh,
might not be the time to do that. But
no, I can't see it during the game. No. Maybe when you're watching the movie with your girl, maybe she can help you get down. So just in case y'all get stuck, y'all can help each
yeah, you need another. You get a partner. Now you bring up another good point. Don't be doing that by yourself. Get somebody else that can help you.
that can help
Just
you
in
up.
case. Yeah.
That's funny. And then one last thing I'm going to put is, protect your sleep. I think people forget how, as you get older, really all your life you need your sleep.
Yeah.
When kids need sleep when they're growing, midlife when you're busy, 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 people forget to get enough sleep because life is stressing and life is lifing. So
Yeah.
as you get older, we're in our retirement phase. I protect my sleep. Like I overslept today. It was okay. So I mean, but we had a celebration last night. Shout out to
Yeah.
Pookie from my group, 10 years
All
cancer
right,
free.
10
But
years.
anyway,
Big shout out. Big
10
shout
years
out.
cancer free. Yeah. But protect your sleep. And so a good tip is to learn to wind down. So we are such a device driven community now, society now. We're just as bad as the kids with our devices in the evening. So set a time, like my bedtime is 10:30. Put my device away at 10, put it down. So half an hour before you actually go to sleep, put the device down. Don't
Mm-hmm.
check it all the way through the sleep and through your night. Some people just don't put their phones down. So put
Mm-hmm.
your phone down a half an hour, and then it'll wind your brain down. You're not it's still screen struck, I want to say, and your body is like, okay, it's time to go to bed. We're not looking at that phone all day. The phone's down. Okay, so it's giving your body a signal, and just kind of getting your body into a routine. When I put the phone down a half hour, I know that my body says it's good. It's a good time to wind down. So
I like that.
protect that.
Yep.
So that means set an alarm
Mm-hmm.
for your wind down. So
Put
not
it
just to get
down.
up, set it down. Okay. All right. Well, those are the healthy tips I want to get you guys into. I want to make sure we don't take up all the time on health, but those are the main things. Just go ahead and we're going to put some sheets up. We're going to have it in our toolkit in terms of resources for you guys. Put
Yep.
it up real quick. We'll have this sheet. Go ahead and check our folder and on our website, Pink Lotus Project Nebraska.org or ne.org. Check out our new website. It's great. So that'll be on there. And you can go through the website while
Yeah,
you're at
it's
it.
in the media section, and we just scroll
Media.
down in the media section. You'll see the area, and then just click there. A lot of the tips that Tisa has put out for the entire year are located there. So if you missed anything, and
Okay.
we'll put
So
something like this there, but we're not going to talk about this just yet. But it'll come back around. But good health tips. Very good health tips, especially here at the end of the summer. We had a lot of great activity. I know I had a lot of great activity. I still can't believe it's the end of the summer. I'm not
yes.
claiming it until I see Nebraska takes the field and we got a football game going.
Oh, that's
Then I know
official
it's
for you?
officially the fall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, as you know, it's also holiday times, and not all these ways affect our pockets. So, kind of walk us
Mm.
through the wealth piece of winding down
Yeah.
the summer and getting ready for fall. Remember, we're winding down summer, getting ready for fall, and fall comes with
Yep.
what?
Well, and here's the deal. So
Money.
a lot of people will probably agree with this. The summer brings a lot of vacation, right? There's some extra spending that kind of happens that normally doesn't happen during other parts of the year. But but you should budget for that. But sometimes, you're gonna pay for that. It's out of pocket. You want to do things, go see some new things. Nothing wrong with that. And then we have school. School just hit, so now you got that back to school, start draining them pockets. You're like, all right, but if you haven't budgeted for that, it can put you into the red instead of the black. So you got to start thinking through these things. But this is where we're at. We need to do a reset. It's time to check our accounts.
Mm,
This is the time to check your accounts. What you were saying about the holidays coming. Remember, the holidays are not an emergency. It's something it's a want, not a need. So you
yes.
need to check your bank account. So what you need to take a
That's
look
what
at
you
that.
need to do.
You gotta check because y'all
You
see
got
like,
to
oh
check.
wow, you know what? That Jamaica trip or this trip or that road trip. And then we just had the kids go back to school. This starts building up
Back to
stress,
school clothes and supplies.
all of those things. So
Hmm.
now you say, oh, I don't want to check my bank account, but you really do because as we start getting into September, before you know it, you've got Halloween, you got the holidays, and everything else is coming up, and you never get ahead. But if you start taking a look at it now, and then follow some very, very, I think, some good tips. The first tip is check your bank account. you
Check
know,
your bank account.
and then understand what are the outstanding debts that you might have accumulated through the
No.
summer that you haven't taken care of. Look at that credit card balance, what's there. Take a look at your daily expenses. Remember now, as you start getting into the colder months, and then heat bills start adding up. So bills start to change. So you just gotta get ahead of these things before they're on top of you, and you'll be better off. So number one, check your bank account. No, no, number two is okay. What can I now pull back on? Summer is over. what can I pull back on to put a little bit more money into my bank account? Like, all right, I know that the holidays are coming, all these other things are coming. Let's put some of these, put some money away. Either you've got a new income stream that you could possibly do. A lot of people have hobbies. So you know what? It's a great time to take that hobby that you're doing and try to create some revenue out of it. Again,
Right.
try to get ahead of the game, pay off debts that you have, or at least put together a plan to put those debts away. And then here's another thing, and unfortunately, this has happened to me, I think, 3 times in the last week and a half. That means people have passed away. And these are not things that were planned, right? So those are the emergencies that come up. And you're like, all right, do I have my plan in place in case something like that happens? Have I checked my insurances? Do people know where to get your insurance information? This is a big deal because then that takes the stress off the people that are left behind to take care of your home going, right? So check on these things and while you have an opportunity to get your financial house in order as best you can, so that you can then work. Now, one thing I do like, I have to give Tisa her props. She loves to shop. Some people she loves to shop, but she knows how to shop in the ways that don't, put her in an upside down situation. Can you give us some tips around that?
Mm. You talking about I love this shop. So I'm a thrifter. Look. So my style is old school, and I dress for my style, and I have a certain style. I'm very matchy matchy. I'm very whatever, whatever, whatever. But my style is not trendy. I don't wear what the young girls wear. I wear what looks good on Tisa, and I wear what I'm comfortable in. And so I thrift. I don't go to the malls. I don't go. I shop online. I'm a Temu addict, which is cheap.
She
Look,
admits it.
can we get our hands up for all the other Timu addicts? Look, I am not alone. I already know that. When I said that earlier, people were like, me too, me too, me too, me too. But I even have gotten that under control. So what I did, when I had money and I was, had a little extra money, I went ahead and bought my fall and got into my fall colors or whatever. So I'm good on the wardrobe, got all that Timu stuff. But I thrift weekly. Thrifting does 2 things for me. It relaxes me. It lets me get in a headspace where I don't have to really think about anything, and I'm just looking at junk. Not really junk, but I'm just looking and scanning because I have a whole way of shopping. But I'm a thrifter, so if not too bougie to shop at a thrift store, it'll save you lots and lots of money.
Well, another
Um,
thing that you do as well that I want to encourage the audience to do, and you use Facebook Marketplace, meaning you
no,
will get rid of other stuff that you don't
I
have.
am not a hoarder now. That I'm not.
No, and you're
No,
making money like cha-ching, cha-ching. Hey, you know what? I can sell that cha-ching, 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 and then she turns it into a Temu, moment. So she,
that's right. It ain't coming out my budget. I'm flipping.
no,
I'm flipping.
no. If
I'm
you really
flipping.
look at it, so she's balancing it out. She knows she likes to shop, but also she's got things that she's probably not utilizing anymore. And then
Yeah.
now and somebody else needs that. There's other thrifters out there. People are like, oh wow, and so she balances that out. There's another thing I want to bring up. Sometimes this happens a lot. You have subscriptions. And these
Oh,
subscriptions, you might have gotten them through the summer. Hey, you know what? I needed Netflix or this or that. It could be a software subscription that you're getting. You talked about like your Tai Chi. You were getting that. It was free. Some people are like, oh, but now it goes into a paid. You forgot about
right.
it. And you're paying for it every month. So check those subscriptions. Go into
Absolutely.
those because they're not that easy to cancel. It may seem like it, but you have to go through some hoops to get rid of those. You're like, wow, where's this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? All of a sudden you find out you got $100 of subscriptions that you're not even using, but you got to go through the process of canceling these subscriptions so they don't come out your pocket, right?
Yeah, you got to check your bank accounts, right? So when you
Thank
said
you.
check your accounts, like remember
Hmm.
we were in Jamaica, I found out there were some business apps that
Yeah,
were like on the
yeah,
account. I was like,
yeah.
remove those. I don't know without that, and you really have to. Then you have to go to the bank, tell them you didn't authorize it, and that whole nine. It is. You got to jump through some hoops. So, but it does due diligence because they were 19.99 a week or
Yeah,
something.
it
I was
adds
like,
up.
wait a
It
minute.
adds up.
That's $100 a month that it was for. I didn't order. But if I wouldn't have checked my statement, I would have never found that, right? And so I caught it at the beginning. So it really does pay off. Prescriptions are most people's you don't even know. People, especially like cable subscriptions and streaming things. But then you got all these
Yeah.
other apps like the Tai Chi app and the heart monitor app and this app. And, sometimes you don't even know and they're charging you.
No,
So
they're
good
on your phone. It could be in your Google. You have to go into your Google subscription or your Google account. You got to dig into some of these things
to
to
find
get
them.
them rid of because you might hit the cancel button, but that didn't cancel it. To your
Right.
point,
You
you got
might
to
have
go
to
through some
send
things.
them an email. I've had to send them emails to some
Yeah,
because what the bank
yeah,
does, it says, when did you you be like, I did it on my phone yesterday or 2 weeks ago. And then they'll be like, did they respond? You'd be like, no, now I can't get a hold of them. The next thing they want you to do is now look them up and email them to cancel it. And it's like, you
yeah.
don't even think about doing that because you got it on your phone.
And then a gym subscription, you have to physically go to that location, which I
Oh,
learned.
really?
You got to go there and then because they're going to tie it to your actual checking account. So
Absolutely.
just doing it
They get
online is not going to take care of it. You got to physically go there
cancel the
and
auto
then
payment.
and the auto payment because they won't just do that. So you got to be very very careful of that. So those are some really I think some healthy tips. Number one, you got to
Yeah,
check your account. Remember that. You got to check
absolutely.
your account, and then
Hmm.
you've got to get a good balance, at least a strategy and a plan as you go forward. What you're going to do in these fall and winter months, and then make sure that you've taken care of debts that you've accumulated over the summer, and then have that emergency fund, and make sure that your things are in place just in case something comes up. That you know how to get to your someone to your bank accounts, your insurances, things of that nature, that you've got yourself in place, right? That your
Right.
family unit is in place. I think those are some very good tips from a wealth perspective that'll get you set as we go into this football season.
Yeah. Oh, and talk about we're talking about things being taken out automatically.
Mhm.
Go ahead and set up that when you're talking about savings or whatever, set that up so it's painful, it's painless.
Thank you.
Go ahead and put
Painless.
that on auto
Like
payment
that.
as well, right? So
Yeah.
when you get paid, go ahead and shoot $20, $25, $50 to your savings. You don't see it, you don't miss it, but it's
Right.
being drawn for you. So you don't make it
Right.
painful like, damn, I got a $50. I could be do that $50 on something else. No, have an automatic payment go to your savings and start building that savings back up just automatically. Little
Yeah.
stress free tip.
Something you're not checking all the time. You don't see it. He's like, oh, I got $500 over there. Like, no, wait, no. But then that might be your emergency fund. It's got to be something, or it could be your Christmas fund. It could be something that, all right,
Christmas
that's coming
fund,
up. That's not taken away from your
budget for
monthly
it.
income that you're
That's a very good
bringing in.
idea.
Yeah,
Budget for that Christmas fund. For all you guys that still have kids and grandkids, you want to dote and buy all of this unnecessary stuff.
right. What happened to my Christmas gift from
Budget for
last year?
that stuff so you won't be like, damn, my whole
Yeah.
check is going to the grandkids. And don't even set yourself up. Just remember what was important when you were as a kid.
Yeah.
Babies need just a box.
They don't need much. You're not trying to impress.
Pretty
They're
much
you're
at
trying to
all.
impress
I
other
mean,
people,
something to
not the
chew
not
on.
the.
Like your
Yeah.
great look, a box. We give your baby your great grand a box and something to chew on. Like that's all they need.
And they were good. You remember
They're
that? Yeah, that
good.
was good.
You know. And just remember, don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Don't try to show your love through gifts
Yeah.
and
Putting
things
yourself
that are
in
going to
debt is
put
not
you
a
in
good
debt,
thing.
right?
Yep.
The
Yep.
best thing you can do is spend time with your loved ones, spend that quality time. Making memories is the best way to usually get those
Now you
holiday
got to
gifts.
see. That's what we get in our relationships. Those are relationships. You're building those
Yeah.
relationships, right? Health, wealth,
Yes.
relationships.
So
So,
relationships are about reconnecting going from the
mm,
summer to the fall, right? So you
right?
probably had your summer trips, but it was all about the kids and y'all was running around doing all of the tours and you're getting in your summer fun. But as a couple, you might not have been doing nothing to reconnect. And so
Mhm.
the fall, they say this time when it starts turning fall, it's cuddling season. They be saying what they say, people start getting with people this time of the year because it's cold. Cuddling
Is
season.
that what it
You
is?
start seeing stuff on Facebook talking about it's cuddling season. Watch out. People start hooking up.
It's cuddling season. That's
It's
funny.
starting to get cold. People start getting that winter partner that you're gonna kind of hibernate with and be look in the basement, in the keep it warm with. It's cuddle
You see
season.
that?
So
It's a setup. It's a setup.
it's cuddle season. Watch out, people. Watch out. Just like they say Valentine's season is the breakup season, right? Because they don't want to pay
Yeah.
attention. Cuddling season is like, okay,
I never
get some
heard of that
love,
one. I
but
gotta mark that one down. Cuddling season. All right, I
it's
got it.
cuddling season. Oh, you're gonna see it. So for relationships, it's about the reconnection, right? Reconnect, reconnect, reconnect. You've been running all summer, and summer gets to be real hectic, right? If the kids are home, you really ain't reconnecting because they're home now. You got to figure out what they're going to do for the summer, and everything is really centered around them, their activities. But you still got to work, so it's a big disconnect for the summer. So it's about reconnect. So take time to reconnect. How about here's some tips? 5 tips.
Okay.
We got 5 good tips, right? For them. Send a meaningful check-in each week. Just if you're on the phone, just like, baby, how you doing? Do a little sexting, do a little texting, checking in on how you're feeling. Call them out the blue when you don't normally call them during the workday. Do those little subtle things just to start reconnecting. That's one. What you got? Give me
Uh,
2.
you want, this season now is cuddling season, right? Right. So
It's couple.
I really think you got to reaffirm the relationship at this point because you've been, like you said, you've been running, ripping and doing things, and maybe you haven't really, tuned into what this is all about, why you're with this person,
Mm,
and really show them that you care. So it's not all about others; it's about you. And taking the time to be intentional about your relationship. Man, I'm talking about like a couple relationship and that type of thing. I see a lot of, especially you get used to certain people, you're around them all the time, so you take things for granted.
mm,
And sometimes you just don't, put the time and effort like you did. You used to tell me like in that romantic phase, you're always, we're going out, we're going to dinner,
mm.
there's a lot of things happening. And then as you've been in a relationship, for a little bit of time, all of a sudden you're not going out, you're not doing these. And I know women notice this more than the men. The
Mm-hmm.
men are like I said, I'm sitting there watching the game, the football game's coming on, like, what are you talking about? So I think
That
you have to
part.
be, you
Because
know,
football season also, you brought up a good point when it comes to football, because it is the end of the summer, and instead of guys pivoting to a reconnect with their relationship, it starts another disconnect, right? So now it's
mm,
football season. Now it's like, don't talk to me. I got the game is on, and the games are on 3 times a week. Monday night football,
every
Thursday
day,
night football,
7 days a week, 24 hours.
you know. And so if you're not careful, fellas, you're gonna force another disconnect season, right? And so we're
Mm,
talking about cuddle season, reconnecting. Y'all like it's football season, which
I
really, if you're not a
know.
football
Wow.
fan,
Unless she
if you're
likes
not a football,
football too, then maybe you can, bring together. So you got
well, I
to
was
find
just
out what
saying
those
that.
things are.
If you're not a football fan, I guess the woman could try to become a fan. But I want fellas to realize that that's a season that takes a lot of y'all energy and time. Um, 4 days a week. If you better give your wife one of those days. You better say,
Mm,
okay, yeah, it's football season, but you know what? Thursday night is for you, or Friday is our date night.
yep.
And so your wife is not feeling more disconnected. Good look, because I bet you some divorces happen in the fall during football season.
It's cuddling season and you're cuddling with that TV. We got to stop. We got a problem.
We
I
want to
can
watch
hear it
movies.
already.
Y'all want to watch a game. We want to cuddle or go have dinner. Y'all want to watch a game. We want to do this. Y'all want to be in the bar watching a game. like no.
Oh my God.
Balance it out, fellas.
Got
Balance
to
it
balance it
out.
out.
Make
Yeah.
sure you at least have a date night. That's a good thing to just
Not at the
make it
sports bar, right?
intentional.
We could have a date night at the sports bar.
No, and
No,
not
no.
watching a game, doing something that you both enjoy together. You know,
Yeah.
that's that walking, that stretching, that intentional talking, that even intentional talking about how the holidays are going to look. You're connecting, right? It's like, you know what? Where are we going to be this year for Thanksgiving? Are we doing the big dinner? All of those could just be conversations you can have while doing stuff
Let me
together.
tell you one thing
But
that
you're also planning.
I'll give you a tip that I see what my parents do right
Mm,
now. They would do this almost on a daily basis or so. They get together in the evening and go for a ride in the car. And they
oh,
drive around and they go to different spots in the metro area and they'll go get ice cream. You know, it's
that's so cute.
it is, but they both enjoy it. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're taken away from one another. My dad, he loves football and that type of thing. But if they say, hey, let's go for a ride, he'll stop what he's doing. Like, hey, let's go for a ride because they enjoy it together. I
Yeah, and
think
they're still driving. See, think
yeah,
about our parents, our age. Your
yeah,
parents are lucky because they're
yeah.
still driving, right?
Hmm.
A lot of our parents that are my parents' age and are gone, but before he had dementia. You know, a lot of times at this age, you got to take your parents' keys. So that is wonderful that they're still driving
Yeah,
together. But
doing
you
good.
might have to pivot that to taking a walk around the block,
They
taking a
might not do
stroll.
that, but they'll go for a ride.
Yeah, they ain't trying to move too much. You know that's that. Okay, I ride in the
Yeah.
car, but you got to pivot that up when those keys get taken or whatever. You got to come up
Mhm.
with something. So if that ever happens, they're gonna have
Yeah,
to recreate
yeah,
their time together because
yeah.
they're gonna miss that because parents they don't like them keys taken, honey. Let me tell you,
Mm-mm.
and that's a lot of them sting is getting them rides in, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
but that's the your parents. They're lovely though. Your mom is so cute. They're just a couple. They're a cute couple. I like them.
I hope she's listening. You see that, Mom? Yep, yep,
They
yep.
remind me of my parents. My parents were really cute too. They were still cuddly, kissy, huggy. My father was a real smoochy type of guy. Um, you know, my mother was always kind of prudish, but it was always kind of cute to even see her go, "Oh, Rufus." She's smacking it. He's smacking it, but she go, "Oh, Rufus."
That's funny.
So yeah, so it's about reconnect. So do whatever it do. Don't create another situation like football that'll disconnect. It's about reconnect. Schedule joy on purpose, right?
Yep.
Plan some low cost walks, playing cards. We're going to listen. We have a lot of jazz and a lot of
Yeah,
well in the
yeah,
summertime. I'm hoping it pays in the
yeah.
wintertime, but all those free concerts and get out and get those free concerts. Reconnect. There's a lot of free stuff that doesn't take out your pocket that you can
Nope.
do and just get from Miller Park. All those concerts are free. Turner Park, the concerts are
Oh,
free.
Dreamland.
Um,
People been going out on 24th and right off
24th
this lake
Dreamland
all
Park is
summer long. It's
free.
been very nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So get out and do those free things together and reconnect.
Love it. Love
Yeah,
it. So those that's how we strengthen relate and those don't cost, right? Going back to the wealth piece is just very low cost, but they definitely put a deposit into your relationship that's gonna make everybody healthier in the long run because you feel good. You know, those are feel good
absolutely.
moments. You're gonna make deposits of feel good moments in your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we want to just remember it's a season of reconnect. We're winding down summer and we're powering up fall. Try to take some of those good habits. If you did develop some good habits this summer, try to take those into fall, right? If
Hmm.
you did start walking 10 minutes a day, keep walking 10 minutes a day, even though the weather's going to change, right? It's getting
Hmm.
colder. We're bringing things indoors. We're probably not going to have as many of those outdoor concerts. So you got
Hmm.
to start thinking how to pivot from the outdoor to the indoor, but
Yeah,
still moving, eating right, and moving.
feeling good. So what do we
Yeah.
got here? There's some. Is this a challenge that you have? What do you have
Oh,
here?
challenge, yes. So families, this is a good way to connect and challenge the family to be all a part of everything. So there's a health challenge. This is a 7 day challenge. We call it the August 7 day challenge. There's a health and a wealth and a relationship component, but it's just giving you some tips on walking that 10 minutes a day for your health.
Hmm.
Adding those fruits and vegetables, right? Not taking away. So it gives you the challenge. So each day, pick one challenge from each category. So the challenge is pick a health challenge, a wealth challenge, and a relation challenge, sip challenge a day. And just do one thing a day in those three areas. And then he's got a little checkbox at the bottom to say, today I walk my 10 minutes for Monday. And then it's a day for your wealth. I check my account, check it off. And for your relationship, we scheduled no device time for eating dinner, check. So it gives you every day and then it kind of so you can keep up with it. But just take from the top part, work it into your day, just one simple thing out of each area, and see if you can challenge your family, your spouse, or somebody else to do it, and see who ends up with the most check marks at the end of the week.
I like that. That is very,
Yeah,
very smart
very
to do that.
intentional.
Very intentional, and it
Hmm.
make you gamified it was what I'm hearing there. You made it a game that we're doing these things on the wealth perspective. Like, hey, make sure,
Yeah,
especially if you're getting paid, weekly, bi-weekly, a month, that you're ciphering out. Like, I'm just going to put this $50, $100 over here. Just do it, and
just
see
do
how
it.
that accumulates. And I also remember when you build up like a credit card debt, that you're like, you know what, I spent $400, then I pay it off. Right, you don't want to keep because what happens is then it'll compound the interest, and that four hundred
Right,
dollars all of a sudden becomes $600 you're paying back over time. So remember, it's a convenience, but you don't want it to be a crutch for you and to enable bad spending habits. So
absolutely.
those are some very good tips that you have, not only for health but also for wealth. And then talk about relationships in the cuddling season. That's the first time I've heard that one, but it's
It's a cuddling
cuddling.
season. What we're doing, like this thing says, we're reducing the isolation, right? So it's cuddling season. People are getting together. So again, ladies, if you, I told my girlfriend I'm going to get into football more with her because it's a long season, and she's all Nebraska down, and I'm like, okay, I don't really have a pro team, so I'm gonna get back into Nebraska with her. We got a new team, and it looks like we got some brothers on the team that I can get behind. So I am going to be not just a true, not just a what a fair weather. I'm not gonna be a fair weather
Fair weather
Nebraska fan.
fan.
I'm gonna be a true
You're
Nebraska
gonna be a
fan
true
this year.
Husker.
A true fan. I'm gonna get my red out. I got
Okay,
to get into
we're
football
gonna
on
we're
some
gonna hold
level.
you to it.
Yeah, on some level. I don't know, but I say work on get ready for the cuddling season. And make sure that everybody's happy during that season, male and female. Or you might be not cuddled up, so you can be a football fan if you want, but you might be alone watching them games with all the fellas all the time. That's what I'm saying. When the games
Yep,
are
just
off,
be aware of everybody. Everybody has things that they love to do. If that's
they
something you
do.
love to
I'm just
do, that's
saying. I just
great.
want
But
guys
yeah,
can get hyper focused during the football season. Oh, don't even get me started with your fantasy football. The
right.
guys get hyper focused during football season. It's fantasy football. It's regular football. It's college football. It's pro football. So we need to let y'all know. Don't let that get you disconnected for cuddling season.
Disconnected. No cuddling season for you. I
No
got you.
cuddling season for you. Go ahead with that football. Cut on with that football. I'm just kidding. But those, hopefully we gave you guys some tips. Use the challenge. Use the challenge for
Yep.
your spouse. Use the challenge
Yep.
for your kids.
And this will
You
be
know,
available in at the website. Go to Pink Lotus projectnebraska.com. Go to
good
the
way to
media
start.
section. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a
Be
good way to
great.
start.
Great way to start, I think. I think it'll be wonderful. I think we've had a good show. Matter of fact, you got an announcement about your upcoming event. I think you've got some changes you got to let people know
Yeah,
about.
yeah. So the Pink Pancake Feed and Health Fair, we're on our eighth annual. We had to push it back a week. And so the new date for the Pink Pancake Feed and Health Fair is October 10th, 10 10, second Saturday in October. Same place, Mandela Elementary School, North 30th Street. Same time, 9 to noon. Same theme. We're flipping for the cause. It is a free health screening health fair. We're going to have a face painter, and we're going to have some music, and we're going to have vendors. And we'll be able to connect, get you screened, but also connect you with resources. So it's a fun time. Come on out and have fun. We'll have speakers. You learn some information always on cancer or health in general. And so come out, support the cause. $15, all you can eat pancakes, 2 turkey sausages, all you
Mm.
can eat pancakes, different toppings, fruit, chocolate chips, peanut butter, whatever you want, coffee, and whatever you're drinking.
And if you're
$10 for
interested
kids 12 and
in
under. $10
this
for
is
kids 12
big.
and under.
If you're interested in speaking, we're looking for our health care leaders in the Omaha metro area, especially that are in the oncology field, that they would like to present or speak to the community. Really let us know what is going on, what's important for us, because TISA is very big on bringing these numbers down as far as mortality rates in the community. So that's my call. Shout out to a lot of people at a lot of these oncology centers to come on out. This is a great opportunity to come together and let's talk about it.
Yeah. And since we're putting out for speakers, also for the stuff for the cure, we're all about all kinds of cancers. So looking forward, this is October 10th. If you can't step up now, we have annual events every year. So we have these 2 events every year. If you are in that field and area and would love to be a speaker for us and educate the community, we would love to have you. Just contact us via our websites. Go on our Pink Lotus website. You can always hit our email. You can call me directly, whatever. We're
Yeah,
available and
we get that
accessible.
done. So what I got going on with the 5 star BDM, number one, I want to let people know October is Black Professionals Month. We are
Mm-hmm.
actually celebrating Black professionals on a national, international level. 100 global luminaries will be celebrated throughout the entire month, 31 days. There's 4 weeks of different activities. You can go to blackprofessionalsmonth.com. Go ahead and look it up. And I've got several people that I've nominated from the Omaha area to be a part of this. So we are doing this now from Omaha, South Florida, the Caribbean, but nationwide, internationally. You'll see a lot of different people. We're coming together as a collective. So as we move our agenda forward, so we're not dependent on any other group of individuals but ourselves when it comes to our survivability. So let's chime in on that. BlackProfessionalsMonth.com. Also, September 10th starts our first cohort for Breakthrough 402. That'll be the Omaha AI Marketing Accelerator. This is wonderful. This is one of my pet projects that has come to life here in the Midwest, and it's really it's sold out. It's completely sold out, but we're going to start taking applications for the winter cohort as well. So thank you, Omaha, for showing up. This is going to be wonderful as we showcase all the different businesses that are going to go through this 8-week accelerator. So think about it. In November, we're going to start seeing a lot of people and what they've been able to create working with me and 5-Star BDM. So thanks so much.
Yes. Doing good things out there, Grant. Doing good things. And continue to tune in to us, Health, Wealth, and Relationships, every Thursday morning, 10 a.m. on wherever you get your podcasts. We're on all platforms. Shoot us a email or comment below. And if you want us to see or talk about any specific subjects, have any specific people on, we are open. But just remember, our framework is health, wealth, and relationships and how it all intertwines. And we will see you guys next week.
Oh, we got to eat right and
move.
Ooh, all right now. Y'all take care.
Imagine waking up with more energy, a peaceful mind, and relationships that grow stronger every day. That is the vision Tisa Harden and Grant McGaw want to help you achieve, and it all starts with simple, practical steps you can take this week. On Health, Wealth, and Relationships, every episode brings you real stories and trusted experts. Tisa and Grant focus on 3 tactical steps each week. Small, doable moves that protect your health, grow your savings, and bring you closer to the people you love. No complicated rules, just real progress. Try a clinic-to-kitchen swap to boost your energy. Start a money buffer habit that quietly builds your financial confidence. Or try a 1-minute exercise that helps you reconnect with your partner. These quick wins are not chores. They are steps toward a better life. People who try just one intentional step report more energy, less money stress, and evenings full of laughter again. Join Tisa and Grant. Start small, live bigger. Tune in every Thursday at 10 a.m. on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and subscribe now.